In a small town surrounded by hills, there lived a man named Aaron. He was in his early 30s, but he looked much older. His life was simple. He made paper lanterns and sold them in the market. People loved his lanterns because they were beautiful with tiny hand-painted stars and moons. But no one knew Aaron personally. He was quiet. He never smiled. He never spoke much. It was as if he was living but not alive. Every day, Aaron would wake up before sunrise, sit at his wooden table, and start folding paper. He would cut, glue, and paint until his fingers were tired. Then he would take the lanterns to the market, sell them, and return home. No friends, no dreams, no joy. He had one belief: life is just something you survive, not something you enjoy. One winter evening, as the sun set behind the hills, an old man walked into Aaron's shop. He was wearing a long coat and carried a walking stick. His eyes were sharp but kind. The old man picked up one of the lanterns and said, "Beautiful work. But why do your lanterns look sad?" Aaron was confused. "Sad? They're just lanterns. They don't have feelings." The old man smiled. "Everything we create carries a part of us. If you live in darkness, even your lanterns can't shine bright." Aaron didn't reply, but those words stayed in his mind long after the old man left. The next day, Aaron was sitting in his shop staring at the lanterns. He realized they all looked the same, perfect but lifeless. He thought of the old man's words and asked himself, what does it mean to live in light? For the first time, he stepped outside his routine. He closed his shop early and went to the hills. There, he saw something he hadn't noticed in years: the sunset. The sky was painted with orange and purple, the kind of colors that no lantern could match. Aaron sat there for hours watching the stars appear. For the first time in years, he felt peace. A few days later, while selling lanterns in the market, Aaron saw a little girl crying. Her balloon had flown away and she was heartbroken. Without thinking, Aaron took one of his lanterns, lit a small candle inside it, and gave it to her. The girl's face lit up. She hugged the lantern like it was the most magical thing in the world. That night, Aaron couldn't sleep. He realized something. My lanterns are not just for light, they are for hope. From that day, Aaron started painting his lanterns differently. He painted stories on them. A flying bird, a rising sun, a hand reaching out to help another. Each lantern carried a message. People noticed. His lanterns began selling faster than ever. But more than money, Aaron felt something new inside him, a small spark of happiness. It had been almost 6 months since Aaron began changing. He still lived alone, he still made lanterns. But now his lanterns told stories. People would come from other villages just to buy them. They said his lanterns felt alive. Some said they brought peace into their homes. One cold night, as Aaron was locking his shop, he smelled smoke. He turned around. His workshop was on fire. The dry wood, the paper lanterns, everything was burning fast. People ran to help, but by the time the fire was out, Aaron's entire shop had turned to ash. His brushes, his paints, his tools, gone. All the lanterns he had made for the winter festival, gone. Aaron stood in the snow staring at the ruins. The man who once believed life was only survival now watched the one thing that gave him meaning disappear. He didn't cry. He didn't scream. He simply whispered, "So this is what I get for hoping?" And just like that, the old darkness returned. The town felt the loss deeply. Children missed his lanterns. The market felt empty. Aaron stayed inside for days. People knocked on his door. He didn't answer. Then on the 7th morning, a letter appeared at his doorstep. It was written on handmade paper. The handwriting was familiar. To the man who lights up others, the fire took your lanterns, but not your light. Come to the hill where you once found peace. Someone is waiting. Aaron didn't recognize the name. There was none. But something inside told him to go. When he reached the hill, the old man was already there, the one who had visited his shop long ago. He sat quietly, looking at the sunrise. Aaron walked up to him and said, "Why am I here?" The old man didn't turn. He said, "Because when your shop burned, you thought your light died with it." Aaron stayed silent. The old man continued, "You think your lanterns were your purpose, but purpose doesn't burn. It's not in your paper. It's not in your shop. It's in you." Aaron finally spoke, his voice shaking. "But how do I start again?" The old man looked at him for the first time and said, "Start with one. Always start with one." That night, Aaron returned home and searched through the ash. He found a broken brush and a small jar of ink. Just enough. He took a piece of old cardboard from a delivery box, folded it carefully, and made one lantern. He didn't paint it perfectly. He just wrote one line on it. Even after fire, the sun rises. He lit the candle inside and placed it on his windowsill. A boy passing by saw it and smiled. A woman carrying groceries stopped, stared, and whispered, "He's back." The next day, more people came to see the lantern in his window. So Aaron made another one, and then one more. He didn't try to rebuild the whole shop. He didn't worry about the festival. He just made one lantern each day, each with a message. Pain passes, light remains. You lost, but not forever. Your crack lets light escape. People began leaving notes on his door. "Thank you for this. I needed that today. Your lantern reminded me to breathe." One man left a note that said, "I was planning to end my life tonight, but your lantern changed something." Aaron read it again and again, and he cried, not from pain, from purpose. 1 year later, Aaron no longer had a shop. Instead, he had a porch full of people. Kids came to paint lanterns. Old women came to write quotes. Teenagers came just to sit quietly and watch him work. He didn't sell lanterns anymore. He gave them away to people who needed light, inside or outside. And sometimes when the stars were out, the old man would return to the hill, sit beside Aaron, and smile and saying nothing, because he didn't need to. Aaron had finally learned. The strongest lantern isn't made of paper. It's made of pain, peace, and a decision to keep shining anyway. Lesson: your real light is not in what you make. It's in what you become. Even when life burns everything down, it can't destroy the spark inside you unless you let it. If you've ever felt lost, broken, or burned out, remember Aaron's story. Just start again with one step, one act, one light. Comment, "I will light again" if you're ready to restart.